Hello, everyone. You can't believe what I had to do to get to this point. So I got all the endings, and to be honest, this is my second time getting all the endings. Because the first the first time it crashed, I was shocked. It crashed. Yeah, it crashed. Then I had to restart everything. Oh, that was an experience. Okay. So let's get on with this, I guess. It can't end like this. You want to answer the maiden's prayer. You've decided to find a way to save everyone. But retracing the paths you've seen so far, there doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. Is there really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end? If there's nothing you can do by acting from within the story, maybe it's time to take things into your own hands. Okay, so they're all burning. They're all. I can pick them? I didn't know that. Or maybe it's because I collect all the endings. Oh, yeah, I got letters, so let's read them. Last letter one. My love, is just it just isn't fair at all, is it? For them to force us apart like this. It's unreasonable, cruel. I had to find an outlet for this grief somehow. So I decided to write, and I'll keep writing until the day you find me once more. And then maybe we could write a story together. I'm waiting for that day. Forever yours, Tragedy. Last letter two. My love, I finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right. I opened up my very own theater. You would be so proud. If only you could see it. I know how much it would have meant to you to be by my side at opening night. I'm sorry for going ahead without you, but I thought if my theater could become world famous, then maybe you might hear of it. Wherever you are, forever yours, Tragedy. Third letter. My love, I've been feeling a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to my theater, but none of them have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand. My stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you always listen to the very end. I'm grateful for that. Hope to see you again. Forever yours, Tragedy. Last letter. My love, do you remember when we first met? I had just finished one of my scripts. One I was quite proud of, in fact. As I read it aloud, you happened to pass by. What a terrible ending, you said. Why should these poor fools have to die? You're so rude, and you wouldn't accept any of my justifications, and yet you'd managed to convince me. It really would be better if everyone could live in harmony. However unrealistic that felt. I look back fondly on that day even now. I wonder if somewhere you're thinking of it too. Forever yours, Tragedy. Okay, these letters make Tragedy sound like a real sweetheart. Oh, okay, now what is this? The hero is burning. The maiden is burning. The underling. Ah! The underling is burning. Okay, I have a favoritism towards the underling because look, all the music that's playing for him, and his story, delicious. I love it. And the underling is for me is the best character. Overlord. The Overlord is burning. You boldly insert yourself into the story and use your incredible powers to warp everyone to safety. You didn't know you could do that, but what's going on here? You take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are you, but why are you pitch black? You feel that this body doesn't actually represent you, but you move past it. The hero, maiden, underling, and overlord have been staring at you too. They look like they don't really know what they're supposed to do right now. You guess that's because you're usually the one guiding them. What will you say to them? Hi guys! You smile awkwardly and introduce yourself. The maiden is the first to respond. My prayers have been answered! You must be... Her god? No, you're merely the player. If there was any god here, they'd be the final boss. That's just how these role-playing games go. Now you realize what the real true ending must be. Now, enough of this. I admit I've been encouraging you all along, but a self-insert story? How passé? You watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. You didn't honestly believe you're the only one who could force your way into the stage, did you? I am the narrator, storyteller, god of this world. Call me tragedy if you'd like. Darkness envelopes your party. You don't mind if I send each of them back to relive one of the many bad endings, right? You are alone in the darkness with me, tragedy. I sincerely hope you've been enjoying your time in my theater. Though I can't abide you stealing the show without permission. It's quite disrespectful. I want to see something new. Are you trying to say my bad endings have gone out of style? You have some nerve. You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending. That's all that's left for you, isn't it? Well, this does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me what you've got. Time to fight God. What will you do? Attack! You try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage. You don't truly exist in this world after all. Oh, is that all? You'll never defeat me like that. Wait, let me try that again. I didn't know this was an option. You try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage. You don't truly exist in this world after all. Perhaps you don't understand just how outcast you are here. Behold my beautifully tragic tales. Doesn't seeing them all again make your heart ache? You've witnessed all 41 of my painstakingly crafted endings. You must be as much of a masochist as me. I commend your thoroughness. Surely these characters have special place in your heart? They're still suffering backstage, you know. It's a shame they couldn't make it here, to the end of the world. That's right, you came here to save them. You can't do this alone. Oh yeah, I noticed that in the last playthrough I had 13 health, and that is akin to how many endings we have. Isn't that cool? You find the hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table. His sudden intrusion scares the hell out of the poor guy. You're some kind of demon? You explained that no, you're not a demon. You're... How can I explain it in a way that a hero can understand? Instead, you ask what he's sewing. Oh, this? I craft all my own hero gear. You sense his pride in his hobby. You wonder if his costumes are what attracted him to the role of hero. Would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any. Exhibitionist. You remember the state of your body and decide that yes, some clothes from the hero would be nice. He is overjoyed by your answers. Apparently his outfits are too gaudy for some other townsfolk, so no one else wants them. The true end for the hero suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change his fate. I could make a living as a tailor rather than a hero? Please, tell me what I can do to reach that dream. The hero will now fight alongside you. I agreed to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this. The hero has arrived. We really couldn't have a final boss battle without him. You're the one who's been killing us! Murderer! I can't truly call myself a hero until I see you defeated. We'll see about that. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. I have much more HP. I should have done this, man. I could have died in the first playthrough. You happen to find the maiden as she exits this church, her heart set on meeting a demon. Perfect timing. She approaches you, having already taken notice of your odd form. Excuse me, are you a traveler? I've never seen anyone like you before. You explain that no, you're not a traveler. Well, maybe you are. In a sense. You've come all this way. The maiden regards you with excited curiosity. Then perhaps you might be a demon? I was hoping I would meet one day. Today, you think of all the terrible fates that hope would bring about. She is the catalyst of the story, after all. My role as a maiden is to be captured by the Overlord. But you see, I've grown tired of waiting. You remember this part. She wanted to understand her role better, and so you ask her what it is that she's really hoping to gain from this. The maiden is confused by her question. Perhaps it was simple as wanting to reach the place she felt like she belonged. The true end for the maiden suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. If there is something I can do to find fulfillment, then please guide me. The maiden will now fight alongside you. What is this horrible creature? You wound me, dear maiden. Is tragedy really such a terrible thing to behold? I remember now. I remember all the awful things you put us through. Then this should be familiar to you as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. You approach the gates of the Overlord's castle. The underling is on guard duty as expected. As they call out to you, the other demon guard is sound asleep. Hey, you're pretty weird-looking intruder. What do you want? You explain that no, you're not an intruder, although you're definitely intruding into their story right now. You tell the underling that you come to save them from tragedy. Okay, try saving me from boredom first. I hate this job. The underling snickers. You ask what kind of job they'd rather have. It'd be best if I didn't have to work at all. I just want to live a carefree life and never get bossed around or picked on. You think of the underling's friends, who had bullied them into an assassination plot only to betray them in the end. If they kept better company, maybe they wouldn't feel so restless. The true end for the underling suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change their fate. So, there's a way that even work can be fun? Sounds fake, but I'll tag along with you just in case. The underling will now fight alongside you. Wait, what the fuck? You didn't say anything about a boss battle. The underling? You must be desperate to call on such an unreliable ally. Huh? If I beat this guy up, all my problems will be over? Oh, but it won't be that easy. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Last one. You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see the fire contained to the torches on the wall. When you close the door behind you, the Overlord rises from her slumber. Who are you? Have you come to reside in my castle and serve me? You explain that no, you're not here to serve her. It's more like you've come to do her a favor. You ask why she spends all day sleeping instead of commanding her demon army. She laughs in response. Many of my underlings certainly think I should be more aggressive with the humans like my father before me. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. There's a reason I had to destroy him. You can't help but think it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory. I have no interest in waging war on the humans. I merely wish to be left alone, to live a peaceful and indulgent life in my castle. You realize she must actually be very lonely, only surrounded by soldiers instead of friends. No wonder she gets so attached to the maiden. The true end for the Overlord suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. My own attempts at peace have been rather imperfect. If you offer a solution, then very well, I will follow you. The Overlord will now fight alongside you. I see, so this is tragedy. Ah, so you've brought the Overlord. I don't stand a chance now. You've prevented me from attaining peace for long enough. Prepare to die. Hahaha, I hope you've prepared to face your deaths as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Hahaha, now the whole party's here, can you solve my final puzzle? With a combination of behaviors will open your path to the true ending. Show me. Okay, I'll do opposite of what I did last time. Justice. Your choice using his belief in justice to fight tragedy. That justice applies to you too, does it not? Will you pay for your own misdeeds? My goodness, that means I picked the correct answer. I picked the correct answer. I picked the correct answer by luck. Oh my goodness. Your reign of terror ends here, tragedy. I refuse to give in. The hero uses his willpower to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Hope. Our true endings still exist. They simply must. The maiden hopes with all her heart to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Tenacity. Knock me down and I'll come back stronger. The underling uses the tenacity to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Ambition. I will reach my true ending with my own power. The overlord uses the ambitious nature to overcome tragedy. That's it. With everyone's heart united, you take aim towards your best possible features. You unleash one final attack to destroy tragedy once and for all. You've done it. You've managed to defeat me. A tragic ending for tragedy itself. I love it. I must thank you all for fulfilling your roles perfectly. Thank you, hero. Thank you, maiden. Thank you, underling. Thank you, overlord. Enough of this nonsense. We defeated you, so die already. Don't worry, I'll be making my exit shortly. And finally, thank you, most of all. We couldn't have made it here without you. Yes, my bad end theater did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize for antagonizing you for so long. I wanted to deliver a satisfying story. Was I able to do it? I wonder. I'm satisfied. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Happy endings shouldn't really come easily. Reality is not so kind. But you've earned this one. Here's your true ending. I love that the hero is a tailor. The hero becomes a tailor. Isn't that nice? I have something in common with the hero because I make clothes as well. And look, the underling is having a fashion show. Isn't that nice? That's so cute. Oh my god. Oh, I see. The elder and the overlord doesn't get along well. And the maiden and the overlord are gay now. Ha 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 ha. Are? This one is different. This one looks different. Something is different. Eh? Huh? Huh? It's continuing. The song is continuing. I heard of this song before. I heard this song before. Because I downloaded the song. I bought the playlist and I heard this song before. I was just like, this is like the tragedy and the player talking is what I've gathered from. Is what I gathered from the song. Your true end. Ooh, there's more. Ooh. Something's missing. Oh, you're still here. The curtains has closed for the final time. I'm shutting down my theater. There are no more tragedies left for me to tell after all. I don't think there's gonna be a difference, right? There's one more. Me? You'd like to know why I started this theater? Haha, because I'm obsessed with bad endings, of course. Remove the mask. You gently raise your fingers to the cracks in my mask. You gently raise your fingers in my mask. Oh, all right. He is the narrator, of course. Piece by piece, it falls apart in your hands, revealing. I should have warned you. This might affect what you think of my stories. Is the maiden. You can't help but compare my face to the maiden's. I'm not her, but it's not like she isn't me, necessarily. That's how it is with fiction. Would you like to hear not at the end of the ending, but the truth? Tell me. Alright, one last story. You may already know this, but it doesn't have a happy ending. First, I'll set the stage. In this world, there are no such thing as demons, or even heroes, really. There was a girl eager to set out to fulfill some sort of destiny. That part was true. She met someone, another girl. A running theme, isn't it? The maiden and the overlord? The two were inseparable, and for a time, everything was wonderful. But their families, the communities they came from, neither could approve of their relationship. That is the reality for many. This pair was no different. Despite their best efforts, the world was intent on pulling them apart. We used to like the types of stories where love conquers all, where strength of your love will pull you through any hardship and everything is okay in the end. I lost her, and then I started this theater. But this story, huh? I was hoping to find you. It's you. It's been so long. I thought I'd never see you again. You always think of the worst endings. I wasn't about to give up just because things got difficult. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner? I feel like such a fool. I could say the same to you. You knew I could never resist giving your stories a happy ending. So of course I would be drawn to a place like this. Yes, but I didn't think it would actually work. Sometimes everything does turn out okay in the end. Thank you for reminding me of that. I love you. I love you too. That's so sweet! Now truly everyone can live happily ever after. Tragedies end. That's so sweet! I feel like crying! Oh my goodness. Now the song feels even more meaningful. Oh my goodness. That was great. This makes the story even much better. Okay, you probably didn't hear my screaming, but oh my goodness. I love it. I loved it before. I definitely loved the story before. But this just makes it so much better. I feel like crying. I'm so emotional. So yeah, I came back because while I was editing, I was wondering. While I was editing, I heard the ending song, and it wasn't the true ending song. And I was just like, wait, I've heard the true ending song, and it isn't this short. And so I set off to find out the true ending. It was apparently from getting all the bad ends, which I did get, and I showed you all the letters as well. I'm not gonna show you the bad ends that I got because honestly, if you want to find all of that, you should play it yourself. You should support the creator. Nom nom nommy. Yeah. Yeah. So bye bye guys. Have a good day.